So hey guys, today we're going to be building a deck utilizing mostly just vanilla monsters because yeah, we have a bunch of vanillas just from basically existing. I have not yet pulled a Toil of the normal, but whenever I do, I'll be prepared, I guess. So how many vanilla monsters do we actually want to play? So 4 plus, shuffle an effect monster on the field into the deck. 3. This turn, normal monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. 2 plus, negate the effects of one effect monster field until the end of this turn. Okay, so we will need multiple Toil the normals, I guess. We'll just throw in 3 for now. And I mean, the obvious first choice that you would have to just mess about with this stuff is probably Primite. Makes sense, I guess. So we can start with like normal summon Etherburl for our combos, I suppose. And then we have Lordly Load, which probably at 3 as well. Troll Beam, 1. Primate Roar. We can play that, I guess. It's not a problem, right? We somewhat need targets for this, but it's like fine regardless. We could instead play like Imperial Dragon though. Let's see. Your opponent's main phase quick effect, you can reveal this card in your hand immediately after this effect resolves. Normal summon a primate monster. You can only use this effect once per turn. If this card is triggered, you can apply these effects in sequence. Negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. Bash all monsters your opponent controls of the same type or attribute as a normal monster in your graveyard. How does this work? As one of your normal monsters in your graveyard, and then it has to be the same type or attribute, so you have to pick between several things, I think. How about no? Primate Imperial Dragon. You'll have your time one day. Today is not that day though. So obvious thing we should do is probably we can throw in like another vanilla engine. I think the most logical one is probably going to be Blue Eyes. So we'll do Blue Eyes, right? And then I do want to check a few things to see if this will go how I think it'll go. But yeah, we have Mausoleum of White. And we'll have Sage with Eyes of Blue, maybe, depending on what Sage says. Add a level 1 light tuner from your deck to your hand, except for Sage with Eyes of Blue. Huh. Maybe. So now we check normal monsters, light, and then it has to also be a tuner. Oh, so close. Galaxy Serpent is level 2. There's no level 1 light tuner normal monster. Unfortunate. No Sage with Eyes of Blue then. Alright. That is fine. So then we have Primate Dragon Etherburl. And we'll want a second, probably vanilla kind of monster here. Tyhone number 2. Cool. So we have an option here. We have Hieratic Seals then, I guess. Or, yeah. Seal. Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. We could go like 1-2. Link up these guys. Special Summon Tyhone number 2. And wait, they have to be in the graveyard? Not on the field, huh? Awkward. I mean, I guess I could try putting IP onto the field, but like that's not going to work great here. Has to be specifically normal monsters. So for our normal monsters, we don't really have much at the moment. Well, might as well use whatever the game has given us here. Axe Raider. Sure. Takra Minos. Sure. We have almost 5. Reflect. Oh, wait a second. I'm dumb. Why am I doing this? We just get this done in like one combo. Damn, I'm dumb. Alright. We just need a bunch of low-level non-tuners, honestly. How many do we need? In this case, like, we'll just assume I have Ethereal access for the time being, because I genuinely don't really care, do I? Well, actually, no, wait. Doesn't this guy get you there? Or not Ice Shade. Uh, Ice Barrier. How many tokens does this guy spawn? Like, it's ridiculous, right? Should be one other effect monster that doesn't care about the monster. And da-da-da-da-da. Water Synchro Lock. Damn it. Then no to this. Alright. Is there anything else that could summon a bunch of, like, tokens to my field? Maybe. Nothing I can think of as effective as Mirror Mage, though. Damn. A bunch of low-level non-tuners. That's what we need. So the idea, pretty simple. We can just use Diablantis, right? This just has the effect of you can send insect and or plant monsters from your deck to the graveyard up to the number of non-tuners used for its synchro summon. So yeah, just for example, we don't necessarily have to do it this way, but like, what if we just made Diablantis with 5 non-tuners? Then we can just send plant slash insect monsters that are vanillas. Yeah, it could be that simple. And then that immediately just does the Toil of the normals kind of effect here. So, I mean, in an ideal, we could do 5 level 1 guys, and then, wait, 5 level 1 guys, Grebo. Doesn't Grebo have a card that helps with this? No, wait, where is it? 5-star Twilight. If the only monster you control is a level 5 monster, tribute that monster. Special summon 5 monsters. Cannot be tributed for tribute summon 5-star Twilight. This isn't really searchable, is it? I mean, this combo's like specific, isn't it? Wasn't it something like with special summon Astral Karibo, change it to level 5, 5-star Twilight, summon everything here. But we would still need a level 3 tuner. After that, that's like basically a 3-card combo at this point. That's not gonna fly with me, right? It is Multiply. Multiply is like a little bit better, maybe. Searchable or no? Detonate. Nope. No. Alright. Keep on thinking, I guess. We just need a bunch of guys, basically, right? And they should be low level. So Auroradon doesn't even work for this. Oddly enough, neither does Galaxy Tomahawk, because if I recall correctly, those guys are too high level, those tokens specifically. Nothing else like really spams out bodies anywhere, right? That I can think of at least. Well, Block Dragon is closer, but I mean, it feels like it'd be Saki on GBS here. So that probably won't fly with me. A billion non-tuners? 1 tuner, Diablantis. But we don't necessarily need seals anymore, I guess. I mean, we can still play seals because you can kind of do this, right? We like special summon Blue Eyes or something. Mausoleum of White. There's no point in playing this, actually, is there? Yeah. Unless we want to go into this and then... Well, yeah, there is kind of a point, I guess. Send Blue Eyes, link off for this, special summon this. I mean, special summon a different dragon monster with, yeah, the effect of Lordly Load, and then that just makes seals. Sure. If we do require a normal zone, though, I think we just cut the entirety of the boy stuff and maybe even the primate stuff, crazily enough. Well, at least the Etherbro stuff, we won't play as many Etherbro, maybe. It depends, I guess. So if we have level 2 monsters, that's 2, 4, 6. We can only foolish 3 like that. So if we have level 2 monsters, that doesn't really fully work, right? Because we can only foolish 3, so we need some level 1, or we should just do all level 1 monsters somehow. Level 1 deck. But when I say that, absolutely nothing comes to mind. Well, I mean, technically there's this. And then technically there's also this, which is helpful a little bit, because this can get us into a tuner, but we also lost Oak, which is not great. This is like 2 bodies, plus Oak is only 3. That's not even enough bodies. Like, actually though. 3 plus 1 tuner, like, even then, it doesn't really mathematically add up, does it? Lyra Lusk, how many bodies can we drop with this? Well, and then we have to take into account our actual zones, right? So then we would need like a level 3 tuner in the extra monster zone, and then all 5 of our main monster zones have to be occupied by like something like level 1 non-tuners? What? What in the world? Well, I guess if we have a full board of just monsters in general, could we just level change them to 1? Well, kinda. But how would I do that without manipulating the guy in the extra deck, right? Or the extra monster zone? Pendulum summon? No, this is too ridiculous. Going like Gakiga Magician with Automata Arrow or Automatopoeia or whatever, using those effects combined to change all of your guys into like level 1, like whatever you have on the field, and then pen summoning like a level 3 tuner to make Diablantis to send 5 vanillas. Yeah, that's not gonna work. And even if it did work, this is too dumb. That sounds like an FTK setup, man. Holy crap. And even if we did summon a bunch of level 1s with this stuff, right? Clearless stuff, we still need that, like, tuner, right? Unless we can sneak in, like, an additional vanilla somewhere, somehow, into the graveyard. Like, no idea how, and then we'll also have the small issue to deal with the guys stuck in our main deck, right? Or not main deck, in our hand, and are not in the main deck, because Diablantis does not send from hand, it is only from the deck to the graveyard. Uh-huh. Detrimino. The drop and deleter. No. Puzzle me know. Damn it. Okay. If a monster special summon to a zone discard points to, declare a level from 1 to 8. That monster becomes that level until the end of the turn. Card once per turn. Yeah. Sounds about right. Body spam, body spam. Low level body spam. What if we combine like Sprite and Snake, I guess? That'd be something. Fiend Smith plays Lurie, which is a level 1. But that's only one level 1, right? Yeah, no, that's not working out, is it? Does have hard ones per turn? Yes. We don't actually fully need all level 1s though, do we? Let's figure out the math on this. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we only need one level 1 technically, and then we do another level 1. Wait, how many monsters is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same problem. We would need like very freaky a level 1 monster somewhere. I guess we could do a level 2 monster in the EMC. It's like freaky, but it's not like not doable. They're technically level 2 like synchros and fusions. I mean, it's not great per se, but we could maybe do it. How about this guy? What do you do again? Marcher? Target a tuner and you click it. Damn it. Not just a low level guy. Alright. We could do, technically, 4 level 2 monsters, and then 2 level 1 monsters, right? They'll use every single EMZ though. Or, not every single EMZ. They'll use your EMZ plus every single main monster zone still. This is some freaky math. Okay. We'll start with maybe this. Or, yeah. Rescue Ferret, save me. Its total levels equal 6 to your zone's a link monster points to. That doesn't work at all. If I SP banish itself after like link off 2 guys, I would still need to put in a new guy. I mean, if I could sneak in an extra vanilla so I don't need to do all this, then that'd be easier. The 5th one only allows you to add the Toil of the Normal. This really is the Toil of the Normal at this point. Oh, I've made so little progress. Levels equal to 6. Wait a second. I got it. We don't actually need to do it this way. Oh. What if we summoned Diablantis twice? If we did it this way, this will be a little bit easier on me, kinda. Now we just need a way to quick synchro this again, and then send insect plant monsters second time. This is a trigger effect. The zone management is actually so terrible that I don't think I can think of like a decent setup for that, but I mean, for this, maybe. And that means we won't be playing Tyhone, we'll have to be playing a lower level dragon, I think. So we'll start with figuring out a way to drop Diablantis and setting up Quink's Synchro, probably. And we do still want to make this with a decent amount of non-tuners, I suppose. So instead of Tyhone, we'll figure out what we need later, and then we'll throw it in. We're just assuming we're going to be making seals at this point now, I guess. If we do this, though, summon Blue Eyes White Dragon, that's not even the right level to make anything with. If we special summon a guy with, like, I might roar. Okay. Gotta activate, like, 100% of my brain power for this one. Alright, let's see. We need to set up quick synchro. How do we set up a quick synchro? Easy way we could do this is Centurion. So Centurion. Centurion is easy enough to get into, so I think Centurion's like somewhat reasonable. Mausoleum of White. Hmm. Yeah, I hate this, but like, let's throw in a burst stream of destruction. And then from here, it's just this doesn't require the normal summon, right? So this should work out okay, and we can use the Centurion field spell as a quick synchro. Now the problem is where we get the non-tuners from. Still, that's not solved necessarily. But wait, I think it's doable. Not 100% sure, but we'll just go through the line of it. Field spell, place Drudea, I guess. And we might have to start with Oath as well. Okay. Drudea. Place this, I guess. Or no, place itself. Place Primera searches. Wake up, wake up. Effect. Summons the tuner. Or non-tuner. And then this plus this. This can make Auxilla. And then what? No, that doesn't do anything. Yeah, do I find another way to quick synchro and drop 8s? I can't think of a good way to do this. If we do it this way with Ether Burl, if we can do it, yeah, that'd work. So the starting point just has to not be Centurion, and it can go into Centurion later. There's actually that idea. So where in the world do we get the bodies, man? Holy crap. This is hurting. Well, the easiest way we can get the bodies, honestly, is probably with Gigantic Sprite. And this will be for the second turn, I'm thinking. And we can just drop a bunch of bodies here, right? Technically. We'll have to see, like, how many we can actually drop. Blue adds Jet adds Starter summons another guy. This has a lock on it. It's fine because we do this all on potentially the first turn, I'm thinking. And if we do it this way, then we could even summon an additional, like, blue or something. And all we need to make, like, this is... Well... We can probably go into this from Fiendsmith, but how do we get into Fiendsmith? This is a mess. Pain. I don't know. Red spray red or something. Okay. From here, we have the idea here is no, this is wrong. I need another level 2 monster die. Level 2 tuner. If I could quick synchro these three, that would be Foolish Burial 3. Oh. That could work out better, actually. Then we could just focus on Sprite a little bit. Anyway, I can drop a Formula Synchron fairly effectively. Abandon ship here. We can do it this way. If we have Formula, we can slap Formula onto the field. Formula draw is optional, honestly, because we don't care for it. And then Sprite Elf can actually bring this back. This is not hard once per turn either. So... Snake Eye. There's no choice, I guess. So this is probably useful, so we'll just throw this in for now. This, if we need it later, it'll be fine. Yeah, a star. And then we need a target here. So I just have to remember how this works real quick. So it starts with Snake Eye Ash. Always starts with Snake Eye Ash somehow. And this grabs a level 1 fire monster from your deck to your hand. And then somehow you make formula with this. Oh, right. That's because you add Jet Synchron. Right, right, right. And then you can also Oak bring back Jet, technically, kind of ish. Not really. It's like iffy. So Jet Synchron. We just need this. Okay. So we can do like Ash adds Jet. Jet needs to get into the graveyard somehow. We also don't need Burst Stream of Disruption anymore. If we start with Diabellstar, we can get Jet that way. If we have Snake Eye Ash, how do we get Jet into the graveyard from here? Oh no, honestly. Okay. I forgot Jet existed though. Honestly, Jet helps a lot. Hmm. Early can kind of spam out some bodies, but it's not like a really good way. I don't think it helps with getting Jet in the graveyard. That's about it. Uh, pain, suffering, pain and suffering here. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. This brings back like two guys. Oh, that helps a little bit, I guess. Hmm. One, two. This doesn't actually come back, does it? Yeah, it don't. So if we use start this, grabs this, link off for like maybe Link Reboot or something, send Poplar, special summon Jet Synchron, make Formula. Formula now needs a bunch of non-tuners still. In terms of non-tuners, uh, Sprite Blue helps, I guess, a little bit. We can do, if we started with blue, that gets places, but where does this get us? Sprite Blue can grab another Sprite. This adds up to level 6. We're still short a guy. We make Sprint. That doesn't even get us the guys. Even if we play the Garnets, we're still back at 6 again. Hmm. Yeah, not great. We haven't necessarily normal summoned yet, so if we normal summon like Primate Dragon Etherburl, like we can make something at least. So that's like 2, 2, 4. That's 2 non-tuners. That's not enough non-tuners. Yeah, we don't really want to do it that way. If we use a bunch of 2s instead, that would list to 3. And then we can bring back a guy, you know, like Formula or something. And then we can do that to Diablantis for quite a few guys, I guess. Well, actually, now that I think about it, if we had one of those freaky monsters that could be used as a tuner despite not being a tuner, that actually reduces the amount too. But I can't think of anything that does that off the top of my head that can also go into Diablantis, so that'd be absolutely freaky. And this doesn't take into account that we don't have like a great way into finding the Toil of the normal still either. Just throwing that out there. Yeah. Jet grabs guy grabs guy, you know, that's where we're at right now. Lurie. Do we have a way to grab Lurie? We can definitely Fiendsmith from here, actually, right? Linkribo, Glamberge, Moon, probably. And then Fiendsmith somehow gets us at least one guy, right? We can grab the Lurie. Lacrima's not helpful here. Not really. A level 3 non-tuner and level 1 non-tuner would even work out pretty well here. I think we can like get to tracked technically if we try hard enough. Uh, if we don't make formula to do the quick synchro, we could use this to make a non-tuner level 2 kind of synchro, I guess. I'm not sure like if there's anything useful we can make with that, but good. Uh, huh. My brain is like melted from this, and I haven't even put in the non-tuners yet. That's the crazy part. We're not non-tuners. The targets for Diablantis descend yet. Holy. Oh, okay. Honestly, maybe Plant Link had a okay way to do part of this, but it's still not. Is it enough normals? Because you could start with a normal if we normal summon like Gina's Loci or whatever, right? And then we can go maybe into Diablantis from plant stuff. I'm not sure if you can or not. Okay. Where can I just pull some cards out of my ass, basically, here? Probably has to go into the extra deck and then somehow manage to pull guys from out of nowhere. Or the starter has to be a lot better than this, somehow. Because this is actually a pretty good starter, all things considered. So, level 2, some of this. Then if I make the Atlantis, I mean, like, spread elf, gigantic. No, wait, this doesn't make sense. Because we still... Do we need more bodies for Atlantis, or do we need 2 guys for Atlantis, or just 1, even? Ah, man. 3+3 would work, honestly. If we had 2-3 non-tuners to make the first one, and then we go into, like, the sprite stuff later. Where in the world do I get, like, 2 level 3 non-tuners from? Level 3, level 3, level 3. My Conqueror's level 3. Malice, technically, level 3. It doesn't really work, though, because Link Lock, you know? This has a Cypress Lock on it, right? Why does this not have a Cypress Lock? Well, this isn't really searchable anyways. Is it? No, it kind of is searchable, actually. I'll just think on this for a little bit longer then. Hmm. Oh. Goblin Biker. Goblin Biker. Ah. How do we get into Goblin Biker? Isn't that a good question? How indeed. Well, if we did get into Goblin Biker, that would get us 2 level 3s. So if we pair that with Snake Eye, that could work. I guess. Kinda. Where in the world do I get 2 level 3 monsters from? Anything logical that I could do, maybe? Like, that seems kind of ratchet. Oh, wait a second. Goblin Biker's not even the most effective way to do this, is it? Oh. Dude, I'm dumb. The Atlantis is a dark, right? Ah, yeah. I mean, I guess, right? This is a dark, this is a dark. Okay. And then Sprite Starter can special summon like another blue. Doesn't have to be different names, right? Oh, we can just make Rusty. Oh, yeah. It could be that simple, huh? Just need to check zones, honestly. It's like 2, 2, 3, 4, 4 zones. It requires 4 zones. So if we have Sprite Elf plus Rusty, Yeah, that's fine. And we can just link off like the Atlantis for like spread elf or something, right? Maybe. Uh, yeah, I mean, maybe. I'll have to check in a bit, see where this puts us at, and see if I can find a combo line, but I'm okay with running Carnets at this point, like a few. So this doesn't have like a really bad lock, right? Let me remember how to do this real quick. You can send the Fam Knights monster from your deck to the graveyard, then set a Fam Knight spell trap directly from your deck to your spawn trap set. Wait, this is how you make a rank 4, isn't it? Well, if we can remove this back row, actually, that works. But we need an XYZ summon to do that, probably, at this point. Rusty sends... If I remember the line, it's like, Rusty sends Ancient Flip effect of Shade Brickendine, special summon. Triggers, like, some guy. Which guy? It's like, Stangreaves. Oh, it's optional to increase the level. This works still, actually. Because this is optional. And only exactly because this is optional. Special summon this card from hand. Increase the level of this card by 1. So we can just use Jet, actually, for this first part. And then we presumably... So the idea here, I think, is we make a formula at some point, and then formula can go into the graveyard, maybe, even. Not 100% sure the exact order and sequencing of everything, but 4, 3, 1, the Atlantis. And then we have idea to make like sprite stuff later. I don't know how many sprite bodies we can actually put onto the field. We have to put them on the field in a particular way as well. And then Rusty is kind of just stuck on the field. There's nothing we can do about Rusty later. There's no dark lock or any lock on this, right? It just gets stuck on the field, basically. Yeah. But aside from that, I can kind of see this going places. Potentially. And Hieratic Seals and Blue Eyes. I mean, we can honestly just ditch that stuff. Lordly Load could be helpful too. Could it? No, it can't because we need to resolve the Atlantis. And we cannot resolve the Atlantis if we resolve Load first, unless we want to bring out a level 2 monster to additionally help us make like maybe a Sprite Elf or something like that. Like way later down the line. The combo, wherever there's no like locks aside from level 2 locks, right? So because of the construction of this list, I think it should be consisted of mostly like level 2 normal monsters at this point, and I think I'm like completely done. My brain is like fried, and this actually does work, so that's cool at least. Normal, level 2. And we were like Blaze White Dragon for essentially for fun at this point. Oh, I forgot. We can also cheat out a level 2 with like Roar if we have like this. If we don't grab Drill Beam, right? So what do we want here? I don't know. Just whatever. Slime Toad. Run by the World Chalice. Yotoko. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. One more guy. Anything interesting? Oh. These guys are level 2, huh? 1, 2, 3. Remove this, and then we keep just the Jamas plus Slime Toad. Oh, we have Gaddock here. Nothing else super interesting, I guess. And these guys just should have a good level, right? Except, wait, I'm forgetting. Oh, right. Atlantis. They need not only be level 2 normal monsters, but they also need to be either plant or insect, right? Yeah. Okay, plant or insect. We have enough targets. Can't be funny with it. Man-eater. Mean scorpion. Man-eating plant. Mushroom man. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vanillas. And a blue eyes white dragon for fun. Pretty much at this point. How do we make this a level 4 or lower dragon or spellcaster monster? I mean, if we have access to that liberal, we can make it happen. If we don't, I'll just throw in like Abyss Flower as well. I don't even care about the bricks. I'm not optimizing this. This stuff is causing me pain and suffering at this point. This doesn't count as a normal monster, does it? I mean, it's like kind of a normal monster, but not really, right? Yeah. Okay. 2, and then like, wait, how many bodies do we put out here? 1, 2, like 3, 4, 3 non-tune. Yeah, it's like 2, 3. Yeah, it adds up to 5. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can send all of these guys. And they actually have to be different names for Toil the normal. They can't just be the same ones, right? Yeah, different names in your graveyard. Skip over any that do not apply. Yep. Toil the normal. How easy is this card to resolve? Ah, yeah, great, lovely. Huzzah, we did it. But now that I think about it, if we actually did the blue eye stuff, it's like almost went off the Brawl since this. Lordly Load can grab a third guy, and then if we do I might roar, that grabs a guy too. So essentially with this, how many buys do we actually need to send? We just need to send 3 guys, so it's like the Atlantis for 3. Which is basically 3 level 2 monsters plus like a level 2 synchro still. No idea where you're getting these guys from, but hey, if it works, it works, I guess. Now that I think about it, with hieratic seals, that this could potentially get a body, so that's like 1, 2 off of this, 3 off of this. Hieratic seals can summon a vanilla, but it's not in the graveyard, so it's still like kind of at 3, so it doesn't really count. So we can turn this like, maybe we could turn this into like a sprint, honestly. Then we just summon like a level 2 like tuner, vanilla. Then we make the Atlantis. You telling me we could have done that the whole time? Bro, this much math is just the enemy, I guess. It's just too much. Do you have to... Yeah, it's just any of these 6 codes, right? And then, can you do that? Like, kind of, right? Yeah, okay. And then, extra body off of, like, Lordly Load? Yeah. You can use Lordly Load after and then, like, just link off whatever you summon. Or Toil, I guess. Man, this has put me in severe pain and suffering. Sprints and 2/2s. Wait, does that even add up to level 2 monster? Wait, the Gigantic just summons any level 2, right? This could summon a vanilla. And then you could technically IP into Sprint, right? Wait a second. And then, couldn't you... This sends any level 2, right? You just send another vanilla spray. Oh my god. You just do this with Sprite and Primite. Okay, just keep it simple. That this is a bit much. You don't even need to make Diablantis. I just got like a little bit too focused on Diablantis, I guess. So yeah, use this info as you will. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.